again, everybody. This is Two Beards and a Board Game. I'm Charlie, and this is Froese, and we are looking at the game Gyrating Hamsters.
Yeah, we got this on Kickstarter about a week ago. We've played a couple of games now. It is for 2 to 5 players, and it takes 15 to 30 minutes to play, which, again, I think we found that was pretty true. Maybe a little longer.
I think 15 is pretty generous, but 30 to 45 is pretty accurate learning, especially learning the game.
Yeah, once you get it going, it's probably going to be a little bit faster for you.
Right.
This is another card game in the vein of Exploding Kittens,
Unstable Unicorns.
Unstable Unicorns. It's hard to not use the word clone because so many of these card games are coming out now, I think.
Yeah.
With the Kickstarter, we got the base game, and then we got the
unadopted version. It's the not safe for work version.
Which is interesting because it's normally stuff like this comes as an expansion pack. This is actually a completely separate standalone game.
Right.
We had talked that we may be able to mix these two and
there's a lot of similarities between the colors of the clans, but they're named differently, so you could technically merge these two together and play more than 5.
Yeah. So in the game, the premise is that there's clans of hamsters. They all have their own color. Some of them have abilities. Some of them don't. And then there are attack hamsters that you can use. When you play them, they have an ability. And then you have the option to fight. And so the goal is just to, like I said, just like with Unstable Unicorns and other stuff, it's just to get either nine of the same clan, or 16 color, total. Or 16 total hamsters in front of you. And we found there's a lot of, trading out hamsters between people. There's a lot of destroying hamsters.
Yeah.
The gyrating hamster is like the wild hamster.
Right, or you can steal a hamster from everybody else that's in play. So I mean, there's some utility in cards. There's definitely different ways you can approach your game depending on what your cards are. But it's a typical: you draw a couple of cards, you play some cards, and then you have the option to battle.
And I'd say the battling on it was probably the most fun for us.
Right.
It's almost a gamble type situation.
It's definitely like it's adding a gambling aspect to where you choose some number of hamsters that you want to fight against each other. You roll some number of die depending on how many hamsters you have in your battle, and just the highest roll out of that wins. So you can say if you're doing a clan battle, they have to be from the same clan. So I have 1 green hamster, and Froese has 4. I'm only rolling 1 die, but he's rolling 4. If I roll a 6 and none of his are 6, I get all 4 of his hamsters.
He just takes all 4 of my hamsters.
You can potentially, swing the game really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of how our games went. It was kind of just like everybody. I mean, I had like 10 hamsters at one point, and then a card came out, and the next thing I knew, I had no cards in my hand and no hamsters in front of me.
Right, and there's also things called chaos cards that they will change the game in some really drastic fashion. So, like, there's a hurricane card that takes all the horde hamsters, you shuffle them up and redeal them back out. So I, at one point, was 1 hamster away from having my clan goal, but then I ended up having like two of a couple of hamsters and just nowhere close to winning a game.
Yeah, I mean, overall it's a fun game. The 2 versions play exactly the same. The unadopted version literally is just not safe for work hamsters.
Yeah, there's some very fun flavor text in the game.
Yeah, there is. I mean, and it's entertaining, if you're into that. It's definitely 18 up. Like, it's a very mature version.
I would definitely say it's 18
you definitely
plus.
don't. This one you play with your kids easy. It's an easy game to learn, I think. This one, however, absolutely not. There are some very graphic cards in there.
The base game says 13 plus. But
does it really?
Yeah, it does. I don't necessarily think that's completely necessary.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would probably be okay playing with my 10-year-old son.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I mean, I don't know. It depends. There's nothing.
It didn't seem like anything in this one was so mature that it would be 13, but I don't have.
Better safe than sorry.
I guess I don't know how they rate these games. So overall, it's fun. It's another card clone, in my opinion. I would probably rate this. I don't know, manly, in our beard scaled rating.
I think I would also do manly. It's fun.
Yeah.
Our wives definitely enjoyed the game more than I think we did.
My wife said she loved the game, so
it's fun. It's the battle aspect definitely makes it different from a lot of the other games, and I really enjoyed that the most. But it's again this idea of trying to hoard something in front of you to win the game. So
it's just a different skin of the game mechanic we're seeing a lot of right now. And so it's hard to get super excited about, playing essentially the same game with a slight tweak and a different skin than it used to be. So,
yeah, when I backed this on Kickstarter, I backed it solely just on the name. I saw it. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
How can this be bad? It's fun.
It's
I
fun.
mean, I would recommend people to pick it up. It's, not an expensive game.
Do you remember how much it was?
I think for both editions, it was only like $40.
Oh, so that's pretty cheap for. You get 2 games. They're exactly the same, but you get 2 games. So.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. If there's any games you want to see us review, go ahead and put those in the comments for us, okay?
Keep those cards shuffling.
Take it easy.